The Shadow in the Pines. The dense woods around Raven's Hollow had always held secrets. Old tales spoke of a creature known only as the Watcher that lurked within the trees, a shadowy figure with eyes that gleamed in the dark. Most thought it was a myth, but after a series of eerie disappearances, the town was gripped by fear. Finn, a young journalist eager to make his mark, decided to uncover the truth. Armed with a flashlight, a camera, and his old notebook, he ventured deep into the forest at dusk, guided by whispers and fragments of stories he'd heard as a child. The deeper he went, the heavier the air felt, as though the trees themselves were watching him. Shadows danced between the trunks, and every sound seemed amplified. The snap of a branch, the rustle of leaves, the steady thump of his own heartbeat. Hours passed, and as midnight approached, Finn's flashlight began to flicker. He cursed, tapping it frantically, when he saw something moving in the distance, a faint glow. He followed it, and soon the trees opened into a clearing where a decrepit cabin stood, nearly swallowed by the forest. The light was coming from within. He approached cautiously, each step feeling like an eternity. Peeking through the window, he saw strange symbols drawn on the walls and floors, all converging at a single point in the center of the room. His hand trembled as he raised his camera. Suddenly, the light went out, plunging him into darkness. Finn spun around, only to come face to face with two piercing, glowing eyes in the shadow. Frozen in terror, he heard a voice, a low, guttural whisper, echoing through his mind, speaking of ancient rites, of vengeance, of the forest's hunger. And then, just as quickly as it began, the voice fell silent. The eyes faded, and when Finn regained his senses, he was alone in the clearing. The cabin was gone. Disoriented and shaken, he stumbled back to town as dawn broke, clutching his camera like a lifeline. But when he reviewed the photos, they were empty. No cabin, no symbols, no creature, only the forest, dark and silent as ever. He knew the truth, though. He had been marked, watched, and spared, for now. But he couldn't shake the feeling that the Watcher was still out there, waiting for his next move.